what we call our wispy, and the scent is Joy, and he chose blue for the color. Okay, and for breakfast, the same as yesterday. Chia pudding with coconut flakes. Chris likes the little ones, the finer flakes. And pumpkin seed, Ceylon cinnamon, and cardamom, and some fresh cherries because Montana has a lot of cherries. And Chris is just logging in. He's going to be working today for sure. I will be eating breakfast and then working out. It's a beautiful day out. Now this campground's a little bit more expensive, but it's also a lot nicer, and we had really good internet, so it's nice to have those every once in a while. And there you can see the mountains in the distance. And we're in Livingston, Montana, just north of Yellowstone. Look out, because today Chris is actually going to go for a run.
Get paramedics on standby. I hate running. I really do, but I like to feel like I'm in shape, so I have to run.
These are the bands that we were talking about. And there are tons of exercises that you can do with them. And they definitely help, because look, it's just, they fit in this little bag. So it's a nice option for RVers anyway.
Just have to get that updated to note where we're requiring the 2-hour horizontal assembly. That's what I believe, yeah. So, I mean, I can mark that stuff up. I can mark up some stuff just to kind of further illustrate our plan for getting people safely around that rooftop to get to the fire escape. Okay, it is now 12:26 and we are breaking for lunch. I made some tuna salad. Yep. And you'll notice that we're using paper plates, and that's because, like I mentioned earlier, we do not have sewer at this location. So that means the thing that our smallest tank is our kitchen tank. It actually has a separate galley one on our RV. So because of that, I have to try to be somewhat careful with the amount of dishes that I'm making, because I can't have a ton of water going down that. So I'm just a little more mindful of it. Normally we eat on regular plates, and there's no reason not to. I mean, that's totally doable. We haven't had any trouble doing that in an RV, but like I said, when we don't have full hookups, then I switch to the paper plates just to make it a little bit easier. So I am actually finally uploading. I finished the post on Seattle and the video, editing the video. So I'm finally uploading that, so that'll take a while. And Chris is taking a break from work. So we are gonna hit lunch. So we're gonna head downtown into Livingston and check it out. This is a really special area in the country. We love the West, and we're just so grateful that we've been able to RV, because we had never really been west much. We'd pretty much kept our travels to the East Coast. So it's just, there's something about the American West that just exceeds expectations for sure. And so we're really looking forward to checking out the town. Yellowstone is not far from here either, but we actually did Yellowstone last summer, and we're only here for a day. And Yellowstone is a huge park, so we decided we're just gonna check out the town, enjoy a western town.
easily one of the highlights of Jenny's entire trip.
I'm making my dad proud. See ya. The RV of yesteryear, yeah, like the 1800s. Stove, storage, a bed. It is actually a sheep herder's wagon. This is the Aunt Gladdy of the past. Got a stove to cook on. Everything you need. I love that quilt in the back. Okay, so what did I tell you when we saw how nasty the truck was? Well, we're on our way to the grocery store. We bought a couple of things at the natural market, but now we're gonna stop at the regular grocery store to get the rest of our groceries. And sure enough, Chris all of a sudden hooks a left.
What? You gotta take care of my truck.
I told you, I knew it. I knew he could not stand that long, and it lasted what, a day?
Oh, it's embarrassingly dirty.
Yeah.
How much is it?
I don't know. So he's gonna wash the truck. And the grocery store for today is gonna be a Shopko.
First
Kind of wondering why we were parking so far away. We actually parked in the Ace parking lot so that Chris could get.
white duct tape.
Haha!
How about that? Duct tape is
you
great
tell
for
that it's
everything,
white duct
but
tape?
now you can get the glamorous duct tape that
Yes.
matches your camper.
And why do we need white duct tape?
So I've been trying to fix the one window in the bedroom for the better part of this trip, and it's now been...
No, you mean well, what happened was California, the roads were so bumpy that it ended up breaking the window in such a way that it
the
cannot
window,
stay
the
shut.
bottom sash of the window wouldn't stay shut while we were on the road. So for a while I was able to tie it up, keep it shut from the inside, but then the roads of California were so bad that all of that broke. So there was no way to actually grab it from the inside. So we've been, for the last couple of months, duct taping it shut from the outside, which has been, and in fact just a few days ago, because the duct tape would wear off after it got wet, I took everything off, cleaned it, and glued it shut. Just enough to hold it shut, but you know, I gotta pop it loose down the road, I can. But I glued it shut and put duct tape on the outside, so now I've got some white duct tape, so it'll blend in.
So it won't look, Aunt Gladdy will not look.
Look, you won't be able to see duct tape from the outside, which is definitely a good thing.
Yeah.
And I've also added some duct tape to one of the shelves in the fridge to help it stay together. So now I can use the white duct tape on that too.
Yes, all the joys of a 10-year-old
Camper.
RV, yeah. Shopko, here we come.
Well, that was a quick stop.
It turns out Shopko is not actually a grocery store. So we walked in the doors, saw what was in there, and turned around and walked right back out. So Chris is now going to look for a grocery store. We found the grocery store. It's called Albertsons.
Well, we're hoping it's the grocery store. We'll see what we run into when we get in there.
It's fine. Okay, we made it back from our trip down to Livingston and our grocery shopping and getting gas and all of those things, and it's now about 5:20. So my efforts are now going to be focused on dinner, and I think Chris took that duct tape that he bought right now out, and he's going to change the window out. So dinner's up next. Okay, so since we are going to have a travel day tomorrow and we're going to be on the road for a while because we're actually making a stop, that is not something that we usually do, but we're going to be stopping tomorrow to visit a place on our drive. So we could be getting pretty late to the next campground. So I wanted to make sure that I made something for dinner tonight that I could have for leftovers tomorrow. So I decided on meatballs because I had defrosted some ground beef and it just sounded really yummy. So the meatballs are in the oven. Chris is back at work, and I am finishing up my Gold Rush blog post, and I also did the thumbnail for the video on YouTube for Seattle, and that is all finally getting finished right now. And as soon as I get that done, then I'm going to be checking all the comments and responding to everybody that I haven't been responding to for a few days now. So I will be doing that next.
Okay, it's coming down to the wire. I'm still doing comments. I'm trying to get through them. And I have a tendency to do this, and that is bite off a lot more than I can chew in the kitchen. Don't I, Chris?
Yep, that's definite. Yeah,
It's
she
a
has
po-
the best of intentions. But
I know, I always think. So, the meatballs are done. The pasta is cooking. I have some rice pasta. And I have sauce. At the same time, I'm just trying to finish the comments, and I have 15 seconds left on the timer.
Okay, well, dinner was done, so I gave up on the comments. I think I got through like 20 of them, but I still have 6 more. So maybe tomorrow I'll get to them. Dinner is served. Spaghetti, it's just rice pasta with meatballs, and then also some cucumbers.
Okay, we just finished dinner, and it is now 7:30. And we really enjoyed eating outside. It's so beautiful in Montana. I mean, it really is. A big sky and just beautiful weather. It's nice and warm during the day, but it cools off. It's just really nice. So I had done some of the dishes while I was cooking, and I do try to do that. But then Chris does the dinner dishes for me.
you betcha.
It's super sweet.
Happy to.
So he's doing that, and then I think we're going to go for a walk and take our trash out and just walk around the park a little bit. So we heard a weird noise outside, and here it was a magpie, which are kind of common in the West. But he just used our next door neighbor's water line to get a quick drink. Okay, well, Chris is still working. He's going to be up late. I, on the other hand, it's about 9:30, so I am going to take care of a couple of things, get things straightened up here, and in a little bit of order so that tomorrow morning and packing up goes a lot easier. And then I'm going to go to bed and read my book. So, until tomorrow.